someone's like trying to do small talk, and it's brutal. And they'll go, "Hey, do you want a beer?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a beer." It's good. I don't drink. I'm like, it's like, let me just make a note. You are definitely not making the list.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or for the very first time.
Yes, and we're going to stick with the same theme of fuck the Dodgers.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Forever.
Yes. Oh, that'll be a constant theme for us here on the Chip and Cern Show. Man, unfortunately, our San Francisco Giants were bested.
Yes, they were bested on Game 5.
Game 5. I mean, I will say the entire series was some of the best baseball.
Yeah.
Of the year, if not the best series.
The outcome wasn't the best, but
that's true. The outcome was not good. And then, I mean, we talked, was it just last week, about the robo-umps? And here we are. The Game 5 ends on a check swing that the umpire punched him out on from first base, and then they immediately cut to the replay. I mean, it wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't close. So everyone was shitting on him.
The umpire?
Yeah, everyone was shitting on this guy. All over, like, how could you end, except for Dodger fans, like, oh, I mean, come on, but it's like, you can't, everyone else that's a non-Dodger fan was like, you can't end somebody's season on a bullshit call like that. So, and I like how his stance, because, he's like, oh, the umpire responded. And his response was, I thought he went. Oh, thanks. Get the
Yes, we already knew that fact.
I wouldn't hope you just rung him up because you had fucking money on the Dodgers or something there.
Yeah. Well, I know it's so ridiculous. And I mean, was the guy going to hit a walk-off home run? Nah, no, probably not.
Just can't end it's like a sour. It's like you ended somebody's season, a Game 5 in the playoffs on a non-check swing, clear as day. It wasn't like, there's one of those like, ooh, that was close. They can go either way. It's like, okay, but it's like the ring him up, it's like 3 feet outside in the dirt, to end the game.
Yeah. It was especially, it was brutal. And probably the next pitch, Scherzer would have fucking just struck him out anyway. So it wouldn't, we're not complaining about that, but it's just like,
it's not why the Giants lost. It's be like, that's how the Giants lost. Like, no. Fucking Dickerson should have scored some RBIs. There's plenty of opportunities.
So many left on base and all that stuff. So now we focus our positive baseball energy towards the Atlanta Braves as they take on the Dodgers. At the time of recording, there's a game to be played in moments away. Which could see the series being tied up or the Braves taking a, knock on wood, commanding 3-1 lead.
Like last year.
Which, if you know anything about that Atlanta sports curse, you got the Falcons going on.
Georgia. Bulldogs.
Georgia. The Braves last year. It was the same thing last year, right? They were up
3-1.
3-1 against the Dodgers, right?
Yeah. And then,
lose 3 in a row.
Actually.
That's a big ouch.
Yeah.
That is a big ouch. Well, Cerny, we've been in, these COVID times with limited interactions with other humans, social distancing and masking. So one thing that had went by the wayside besides orgies was children's birthday parties.
I don't know. That's kind of a weird time. Or children's birthday party.
Well, it's just where a lot of people congregate together.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
Nothing closer contact than an orgy.
No, that's true. And coincidentally, usually kids have a hard time keeping their hands to themselves as well. So we went to we were invited to a birthday party. Now, though, I don't know if you're out of the kindergarten game, so I don't expect you to like know this or any of the listeners, but basically, you know how when we went to kindergarten, you either were like really the youngest kid in the class or the oldest. They're trying to change that now, and they've introduced this TK, this transitional kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
Concept, where basically if your birthday falls between, you know, September and December, they kind of hold you back an extra year so that when you get to kindergarten, you're basically you're 6 right when you get to kindergarten.
You're not 4, you're a little
you're
more
not
developed.
4 or something. Yeah, so, you know, all these studies about why they did this. Anyway, so there's a lot of birthdays happening right now in my daughter's kindergarten class.
Huh.
And so there was a party at the park that we went to. So my wife had the invite, the Evite. I don't even know if it was a physical piece of mail.
I think there's a lot of Evites now, which is fine. That's perfectly fine with me.
Well, it got tangled up in my inbox. I didn't see it or whatever, or maybe it was just sent to my wife. Who knows?
Okay.
But,
yeah, I never get them. I'm not part of the Cool Kids Club. So
yeah. And, you know, I think where we live in Marin, people are really conscious about, we don't want to like, have so many toys around the house and all this stuff. Everyone that has kids, you know, your house seemingly is overflowing with toys, right?
Yeah. No matter how much you purge, it seems to like they reproduce somehow.
I feel I could take 2 garbage bags out and there would be 2, and then like stuff would just walk out from underneath the bed, you know, like a
like the comedy movies, like they throw it out and they can walk back in. It's fucking back. Like,
it's doubled. It's doubled in size. So on the invitation, it said, "Presents optional. No, seriously."
No, seriously. Oh, seriously. I like that.
So they're saying they're serious about optional presents. Well, you know, it's not about the money for me. I don't mind spending $20 or $40 or whatever on some kid's birthday party. I thought that we were doing the parents a solid by not introducing yet another Barbie or a fucking nail painting kit or, you know, the stuff that 6-year-old girls would want.
You're onto something here, though. So usually I like to take that one up if I think we've had it before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get overruled. I say, no, fuck it. I don't know this little kid. I don't want to, it's not the money, but it's like, I don't want to go out to the store and buy some fucking kid I don't even know. You try to ask, and you try to, get, intel from hey, Jeffrey, what's little Billy like? I don't know. Like, oh, fuck. Well, he's getting nothing. He's getting nothing.
No. What is he like? He eats peanut butter and jellies for lunch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He sits next to me in class. I'm not asking the seating chart there, buddy.
I know. The details that they hang on are really interesting. Like, like, does he play soccer at lunch or anything? You really have to probe for these details.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a gift because the invitation said optional, and then they had the emphasis of seriously, it's optional. So we took that to heart. So we show up, and they didn't even have us bring anything, whatever. So we show up. There's 12, 15, 20 kids there. I'm not sure really. And there's pizzas there, fruit salad. They got the snacks, Capri Suns, the whole thing. And then I'm getting the thing about Charlie shows me a fruit punch Capri Sun or fruit blast or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And Dad, have you had this? These are really good. I'm like, Charlie, they had Capri Suns back when Dad was a kid. I never got them, but they had them.
They didn't have like the super fruit blast. They had like strawberry or they had like one fucking
tropical punch. And
that was about as close as you got to multi-fruit.
Yes, and maybe a Costco.
Strawberry kiwi, maybe.
Yeah, strawberry kiwi was there as well. So I tasted that. They had chips, and I look over, and there's a table, and the table is covered with presents.
Oh no.
So I said, oh, fuck. Well, I don't want to look like a dick that I didn't bring this kid a gift.
Uh-huh. And this is why I get overruled by my wife. My wife will go get it anyway.
Oh,
this is the reason why. Because I usually go that route. Like, fuck it.
No, my wife was with me. So we all went, and it was a whole thing. And so I said, okay, maybe some kids brought them, whatever. We can always drop it off later. We know where they live. We've been to their house, So we're going. The kids are playing. They're having a great time. And then I forgot about during the birthday, because this is my first kind of legit one in a while. I'm a little rusty. I forgot all the small talk with the other parents. So I got roped into a couple ones, and I'm like, oh.
It's painful, too. For me, it's painful.
And I'm like, I want to tell them and be like, listen, you know what? I'm totally set with friends. Like, I don't need any more friends.
Yeah, I've said this to my wife when we go. I was like, my friends list is full. Okay, I'm not taking applicants. Not that they're bad people. I'm not saying. I just don't want to fucking hang out with them.
And I just want to be with hey, when I see you at the pickup, to be like, oh, hey, and maybe I know your name, but it's maybe not. But I just know I see you fairly often, and hi. That's the level I'd like to be acquainted to you.
So I have the same thing, and even so, more so, where I'm like, when they're like, so the guy's like, we're at a party and they go, someone's like trying to do small talk, and it's brutal, and they'll go, hey, do you want a beer? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll have a beer. It's good. I don't drink. I'm like, let me just make a note. You are definitely not making the list if someone kicks a bucket.
Is this the right name of your spelling?
Yeah.
Of your name? Thank you.
Or it's like
accurate.
Someone's talking about, like, someone will say something about football, like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't really watch too much football. We go to church on that day." I'm like, okay, let me just make another note. That's strike 2, buddy, possibly 3.
They're like, well, if the Niners game's still on, I'll catch that. You're like, double strike. Double strike.
Oh, you got to root for Tom Brady. Fucking heathen, hit the skin on those.
Good follower of the Lord.
Well,
how can you not root for him?
Well, I'm going to be standing over there now, away from you.
I'm sorry. My mom's calling me. I have to go. So the kids are playing. They had the pizza. They're doing the, come eat.
Oh, yeah.
Run off to the park.
Locust, yeah.
Yeah, play. Dessert or cake. Run back over. Go. Let's do this whole thing. So we do the pizza. We do the cake. There's just like bags of gummy snacks out. And once one kid grabbed them, then every kid ran to their parent and was like, could I have,
broke the seal. One kid has to break the seal.
Exactly.
One hero.
So it's just one pebble that has to start rolling down the hill, and the whole thing comes down. So we're sitting there, they're playing, and then the mom goes, okay, everybody, presents time.
For optional only?
And I was like, and I was like, I looked at my wife, I'm like, what? And so the way this proceeded to go was that the birthday girl sat on, basically like at the top of the circle, and everyone else went around. And the presents were off of the table, and then she would go, Billy, go. And he would go run to the table, grab his gift, and then sit there and open it in front of everybody. And so I'm watching this happen, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And then the kid goes to my daughter and goes, oh, you. And she goes, oh, we don't have anything. And I was like,
no.
Oh, fuck. So I feel really bad for her because, I don't want her to feel like she's the only, she basically was the only one that didn't bring the present. And the mom sitting there, because the mom is doing, the mom's like in the trenches. Or whatever. Yes. So she'll go, Sally, 2 Barbies and an LOL. And then the dad's back there like, scribble, writing it down. And so my daughter's name came up, not goose egg. And I look at my wife, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. You can't tell people optional and then specifically have a presence time and then start individualizing and calling people out.
That's on them. That's on them. I call foul. I'm throwing the flag on them.
Oh, I had the challenge flag ready to go. My wife was like, whatever, it's fine. It'll be fine. And then so I had to go decompress a little bit while this whole situation. So I went over to get a drink or see if there was a slice of pizza in there. Mm-hmm. And then a fellow dad comes over with a Giants hat on.
Okay, so he's already cool.
He goes, hey, I overheard you and your wife and you guys didn't bring a present. I'm like, no, I mean, the invitation said it was not to bring presents.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, and I haven't ever seen anyone open presents like this before.
No.
But I actually have a spare present in my
car. Bump a name on the list. He's just made the friends list. Holy shit.
I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually fine. I'm going to pass on that. I really do appreciate that. That's a solid. And now I just need to keep like, I guess, a random gender neutral gift in my car at all times in a bag, ready to go for some random fucking party that we're going to be invited to. So I proceeded to engage with small talk with he had the Giants hat on, and I felt like I owed him a conversation because he definitely tried to save my ass.
That's right.
So I definitely had to engage. It was a solid. He was trying to do me a solid, and he had the Giants hat on. I was like, tough loss the other day, huh? He's like, yeah. So we kind of got into it. I forgot what his name was, but
I did the same thing.
We had a good chat, and so sometimes as parents, you feel like the way you're perceiving things, you project that onto your kid, kind of. And so I was like, oh my God, Charlie, because I was embarrassed when, we didn't bring a gift and everyone else did, because apparently everyone thinks optional means you have to. Yes, that's required.
I guess so too. I always side with you, Chip, but that's why my wife overrules me.
So I was like, oh my God. I was like, hey, Charlie, if you need, we can go to Target and get a gift for her and drop it off at her house.
Yeah.
Now, this is on Saturday, and my daughter's birthday is on Monday.
Oh.
This past Monday. So immediately, Target. And then I saw the wheels in motion of Target. Birthday gift. My birthday is in 2 days. And she's like, yeah, we should do that. So I knew that was coming. And I as I saw her eyes light up when I suggested going to Target to get a gift, I knew I was going to have to somehow find a way out of this, because this wasn't going to work. So we didn't make that either. And my wife and I have just decided that,
let it go.
If they put that on their thing, these are the consequences.
They ask it to say Cern is throwing the flag on your. You can't say optional. So we've done a few parties now, and all the ones that I've been to, sometimes I don't even go. To be honest with you, so I'm like, ugh. I
mean, I wouldn't. I would try to.
If it's like, have church. Oh, it's just them, and it's just like, and she's like, oh, this mom's gonna be here. This mom's gonna be like, I'm out. So, and so there's been a few that I've gone to, and they don't open the presents. They said just open it later, and they'll send a thank you list.
That's the best thing to do. That's the best,
because it is brutal to watch the kid open it. Like, oh, yeah.
And then you had the couple of the kids. Obviously, they're really excited about the gift that they got, so they're basically over there helping the person unwrap it. Yeah. So before they even pull it out, they're like, so we got you this Barbie because she has a bow and you like bow, they're like broadcasting, and she hadn't even pulled it out of the thing yet or whatever. Yeah. And then it's like, you could see different parents. I feel like your aunt and your aunt and your grandma and your uncles try to buy you the gifts that are like educational. They're usually wooden, the toy, they're a toy technically, but they're usually wooden. And there's some like, learning aspect to it. And I'm like, just buy the Barbie that is going to work. It's going to be a slam dunk. And then we don't have to try to finagle this like baby Einstein wood tractor into playtime. So seeing all these different parents' strategies is interesting.
Yeah. So, the small talk. So I don't know about you, but the age group of the parents around here are a little older than myself. So sometimes, and some of them think very highly of themselves. So it's like,
oh,
I like to, like this one guy. Oh my God. I don't even remember his name. I don't know why he started talking to me. Then somehow he started talking to me about I only like to pay in things with cash, so I keep an envelope of all the cash that I need, and if I can't pay with it in cash, then I won't pay on my. I didn't fucking ask about your finances, dude. Get away from me. But I just sit there because my wife works at the school, so she interacts with these people a lot. So I just have to bite my tongue, probably until it starts bleeding at some point. But, I'm like, oh my god,
saw through it. Oh man, yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. I wasn't expecting kindergarten to be so political between like the multiple kindergarten classes of like, this person is this, and this person's so and so's boyfriend, and then they're not friends one day, and then they're the best friends the other day, and then they hate each other 2 days. All this stuff, and I'm like, I thought this was like coming in high school. I'm not ready for this kindergarten shit. And I pick Charlie up like fairly often from school, so I'm kind of sitting there waiting, and there's other dads, and I've been small talked before, so now I have to avoid like 3 people when I go because I don't want to like walk down with them where they start asking me things or their kid is mean to mine, so I just have to like avoid.
I always stand off to the side, just away from everybody.
Okay. And now you kind of see why at the baseball games in high school there were certain parents that would just bring the pop-up tent and just sit out.
Yeah, like my parents, they would sit away the sideline. They didn't want to talk. Yeah, they just were there to watch the game. Realistically, you're just there for your kid. I'm not here to socialize. This isn't about you.
Yeah. So, but I'm only guessing, Cerny, and you have the crystal ball to what my future brings in terms of. I feel that this is only going to kind of escalate and keep increasing as the kids get older and older.
Yeah. I mean, usually I just try to stay cordial, like, oh yeah, cool. And then, but it's like this last time someone was like, oh, do you know what we did all summer? I'm like, no. And then I was like, well, actually before you started, I have to get back to work. Because it was like dropping the kid off. It's like, oh, okay. I don't care what you did all summer. Fuck you.
Or when you have my son is like 2.5, so he's always moving and shaking.
Oh, that's the greatest.
That's a great. Oh, I'm like, hold on, I got to find my son, and I'll just literally run off, and then I'm out.
So there's some people like one time I was like trying to be nice to this person. She's like, oh hey, and I was like, oh hey, how are you? She's like, good. And then she said, whatever, some small talk shit. And I responded, but then I noticed like she's not even looking at me. So and she's like shaking hands with people that walk by and stuff. Like, what are you running for office? What the fuck? I was like, okay, whatever. That's cool. So then I was like standing there waiting and not saying anything. No sweat off my back. And then she like comes back, was like, oh yeah. So anyway, and then I was like, no, I just walked away.
She hit the pause button on you.
Yeah, I said no. Well, that's fine. You ended it. I'm done.
Yeah, but
the train has left the station. That's cool.
Yeah, sometimes you do. I guess you do kind of hit it off. There's a couple dads.
Yeah, some people are cool, but some of them's like.
Yeah, me and this other dad, I thought we were hitting it off there, and actually our daughter shared the same birthday, so we had that going for us.
So you reminded me of something when you said the Capri Sun. Have you ever had these before? So,
I feel that this is. There was something else that she said, and I'm like, have I had a, like Legos? Like she just got Legos, and she's like, oh, it's like what?
Oh, so in my ever running pitch to be Father of the Year, this last Friday.
Always campaigning on that one. So.
Yes. So this last Friday, I decided, you know what, Jeffrey? Because we're sitting there, he's like, nothing on TV to watch. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't stomach the baseball game at the moment. So
I got to time you out on that one. If the game's going south, I'd rather not. If it's, I would rather not watch it. And my wife's like, you're not going to watch to the end? I'm like, no, I don't want to see my team get beat up or,
Was that when they lost? Or maybe it was Saturday. Whatever day it was.
Anyway.
It may have been Saturday. Yeah. Whatever. They already had lost, so I was a little sour. Giants had already been eliminated.
A little sourpuss. It's okay. It happens to everybody.
So I said, you know what, Jeffrey? I got a movie. So I turned on Friday, the movie. So we watched Friday.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, actually there's a lot of people in there. You know what? I didn't know Chance the Rapper was in that. He's in very briefly. He's in the thicker.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
how old is he? Like 12 in the movie?
he's got like 20. Oh, he's in the liquor store.
Does he have his hat on still?
Oh yeah, that's how I recognize. I was like, "Does that fucking Chance the Rapper?" I said, "I didn't know that."
Wow, he was that tight on his branding even back in the day. Then
back then, he looked. Wow. I mean, he kind of looks the same. He's just, I was like, "Oh shit," but
a little more baby faced or something.
So, like in the movie, like the local crackhead lady walks by, and Felicia, right? She's trying to bum some smokes off, or some weed off of Smokey. Yeah, and they're like, he's like, "Bye, Felicia." They're like, and then and then he's like, and the guy he was like, "Bye, Felicia," and Jeff's like, "Dada, hold on. There's this thing that people say. It's like a meme. No. They say, 'Bye, Felicia.'" I was like, "Where do you think they got it from, bro?" Right? Because he always calls me bro. I was like, "Where do you think they got it from, bro?" He's like, "What do you mean? Wait. Does it come from this movie?" There's also I've seen these. There's this picture these people use. It looks like these two guys sitting like this in the chair, and I said, "Wait a minute, hold on." They lean to the side, saying, "Damn!" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "What the hell do you think?"
And they have he's got a whole education to come up, a meme education.
I know. I was like, "Where do you think they got that from?" They got like Debo and shit. He's like, "I've seen these guys." It's like, now you see where it comes from. And then Zach comes down. I was like, What kind of super old movie is this?" He's like, "Boy, I'm about to break your leg."
Oh my gosh. But I feel like he's saying that to just poke the bear a little bit.
It's because it's not like HD, because it's 1995, so HD. Yeah, the 4K wasn't.
I mean, HD was 720, which I don't even think like your Apple Watch or your whatever watch is higher resolution than that now.
It's not widescreen either,
Yeah. Basically, it was filmed on the same kind of resolution as what all the airplane screens are on the airplanes.
Yeah.
That now they look so ridiculously old.
Yeah. And, I mean, you could tell when it was rolling, but I mean, it was just funny. It was just funny because he was
still
like,
a good movie. Did hold up?
Oh yeah, I was laughing. Actually, Jeffrey started really laughing too. Yeah, he was actually dying when.
I've actually never seen this movie.
Oh, you should see it. Yeah, it's actually.
I've been told that multiple times.
My dad was like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "The first one's that's the only one worth watching." He goes, "The other one's okay, but it's not as good
not
as
the Friday after next Friday."
Yeah, it's not.
They got like the sixth one or something.
The second one's okay, but it's not as good as the first. The first one was, and it's a classic. It has like Bernie Mac.
Oh man, Bernie Mac was so funny.
Yeah, it has so Debo, and then it has a real like brief, like he's in the background. It's Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh,
I think they're shooting
the Green Mile. Wait,
yeah.
No.
Green Mile.
Green Mile and
Green
Mission not Mission Impossible.
No, it's Green. Yeah, Green Mile.
Oh, I'm thinking. Yeah, I guess I was getting confused with Vin Rames.
No, Vin Rames wasn't in there. No. But yeah,
but Vin Rames was in Mission Impossible and not Pulp Fiction. Yeah, well, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. It's getting butt fucked.
I know. Yeah. But that scene in Pulp Fiction, though, the just with the music and everything, and then as soon as Vin Rames gets the bat or the shotgun, and the door closes, just everyone you're just like, yeah, like he's just gonna he's gonna mess those people up so hard. You're just cheering for him. It's a good movie too. Probably not for the 9-year-old quite yet.
No, not quite yet. But yeah,
maybe 10.
That
Wait
one
till he's 10.
It was pretty good. It was just funny when he was like, "There's this thing that people say." I was like, "Oh God." Yes, I know.
Bye, Felicia. What was the? Okay, so what's the quote from Dumb and Dumber? Is it "Excuse me, Flo"? Is that one?
Yeah. I saw. I did that one the other day too.
Okay.
We went to eat at Mel's Diner, and Natalie was working.
Oh,
so I was like, she came up with, "Excuse me, Flo."
How many dads do you think do that same exact thing at Mel's Diner with their kids?
I don't know. No one laughed. My wife laughed, but that was it. Everyone else at the table was like, "What the hell are you talking about? You crazy fuck."
Is she a waiter?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that going?
It'd be going fine.
I don't know. The restaurant life. No thanks.
No.
I don't think I'm cut out for that.
No, especially people whining about this and that, and it's kind of weird. You're in a weird spot. Like, you're gonna get yelled at if the food's not prepared properly, but you're not the one who prepared it.
You
You're
didn't
just the
fucking
one delivering it.
Yeah, and if you don't fill people's waters up, it's like, you
get some crazy ass.
Or am I going to get my $5 tip, or are they going to give me nothing because they're fucking assholes?
Yeah.
Well, so I can't say if my behavior is going to change on the birthday party, because if you're telling me optional presents, you have to be prepared.
Yeah, I know that's way foul.
I don't know, but I think my wife, she might have texted the mom or something and been like, "Yo, sorry," and they're like, "Oh, it's actually it's totally cool." So I don't know. But I felt bad. I felt worse for my kid.
Yeah, I know. I said, hey, can I just give you some constructive criticism next birthday party next year? Just write this down.
Is there a form for feedback online?
Is there a suggestion box at the end of the party?
Yeah. They're like, okay, the family that drove up in the Tesla, no gift. So
guess who's not going to invite
look like a
next year?
fucking asshole. I don't like looking like an asshole. I don't feel it,
No.
Yeah, man. Oh my. But since that birthday party also was close to my daughter's, it also served as a pseudo, hey, you got to see all your friends, because there's a lot of friend overlapping here. And then we were thinking, like, if we do a party, do you have to invite everybody? Or do you only invite your, like, I don't know. And then there's 2 kindergarten classes and they play together.
Oh, like, yeah, that's worse.
So it's like, I don't want 40 kids in the house, or
were you? Oh, you didn't make one of
more
Jeffrey's
than 5
parties. I think when Jeffrey, I think he was in kindergarten. He had like 20 fucking kids. It was. I was like, oh my god. Joe was there actually. Joe and Stacy was there.
Really?
I gave out some beers because it was it was wild.
That's a little much, and they all like escalate each other up.
Oh yeah, they start hyping each other up, and so then after that, it was like, okay, Jeffrey, just pick like your top 4 friends.
Yes, and we'll do something cool, or take them to the. That's what I think I probably would be the good, like pick 4 people or whatever number, and we'll do the laser tag, or we'll go to the jump pad, the
laser tag,
trampoline zone, or whatever the fuck you want to do. That's a good parental pro tip.
Okay.
Good parental pro tip there, Cerny. Second parental pro tip: consider buying a gift at all times, unless you're prepared to,
I won't tell her, but my wife is probably right by buying the gift. I'm usually like, fuck it.
Yeah. I don't just, and then now time to think, I don't know. I think we would put, now if you put no gifts and people bring gifts, what about that scenario?
Still going to open a side, that hole.
That absolutely. I think that was the thing. If there was gifts on the table, or they had the gifts there, I just would have put those in the car and then tackle that at home. Yep,
that should be like a standard.
That should be the rule.
Forward. Yeah, moving forward.
I think we could probably get some legislation drawn up. What if Newsom passed something like that? Oh, you thought you could recall me? How about this? No opening kids gifts
at birthday parties.
in front of birthday parties, in front of kids. Mandated. My freedoms are being stripped away. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we'll see next year if we get invited to the same birthday party. We might be on the outs. And if word gets around that we're no gifters, but to be honest, such a bad problem to have.
Oh, freeze up your weekends.
Free weekends? No, siree, Bob.
Nope.
No, siree, Bob. Yeah, but the weather's turning colder and the outdoor birthdays are kind of done. And then since COVID's still kind of trickling around, I don't think there'll be huge.
Not too many indoors, I don't think.
Indoor parties going on. Like, is laser tag open or any of those things? They might be.
I don't know, actually. There was one we did.
Top Golf, but that's you're not going to take a 6-year-old there. That's outside.
They think it's cool, but
the check would not be cool. However much that would set you back.
Oh God!
Holy Christ!
It's not so much. It's really not so much the golf. It's the food and stuff where they really mark it up on you.
Get you. Can you sit there and just golf?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, God damn, I just want to say it's like, depends on the time, obviously. Friday night's going to be low. It's like a movie, a little bit more expensive than a Wednesday afternoon. But it's like, I swear it's like $35 for an hour or something like that.
Okay.
For like, 6 people or whatever, 4 people, 5 people, whatever it is. It's not
That's
crazy.
not too bad. Oh, so you get a max per stall.
Yeah. It's like 6 people per stall or.
Oh, okay. But then the beers are what? $30 a pitcher or something for Bud Light?
It's like ballpark pricing.
Fuck. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. But if it's a good time, it's a good time.
Yeah. Every once in a while. Not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the clubs are definitely up since the one golf outing we have, and I'm teetering on the edge of just retiring. I don't even.
I figure I'll just keep doing it. I figure when we get older and more time, like when we're retired, then maybe we'll pick it up then.
So you start when you before you have a career, and then when you have a career, you just have to pause it.
Yeah.
And then when you stop working, you're able to do the fun stuff again.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna view it.
Interesting.
I have the baseline knowledge, and that now we'll really master my craft when I'm at all day.
Oh my gosh! And then we need more time for lessons. I feel like it would. I always
see like the little
3-day a week kind of thing
out there. I was like, I'm gonna like walk over there, like slide over, Junior.
You just see this like the camera pans across like 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old grown ass man.
Like the camera takes my midsection, like it's the pan up.
It's like got like a fucking cigarette dangling out of your thing, and you got open beer next to your foot.
Here, kids, let me show you how to open a beer bottle with 2 beer bottles.
Yeah.
Hit the back of it.
Hey, kid, I'm gonna tee off. Hold this cig. Only one drag, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't rip the whole butt. Come on now.
Yeah, let's save some. Pass it down the chain. Pass it down the chain. So, well, Cerny, we got exciting playoff baseball happening, and the Red Sox Astros series looks like that's just a fist fight over there.
Yeah, well, it was tied up right now. Well, maybe not by the end of the day.
No, I think the
Astros are going to take this one.
Astros are going to take it. Yeah, I think that's a good call. And then we have Dodgers, Atlanta Braves this evening.
When we have football going on, we got it going.
It's all going. And Chip and Cern show coming up on our anniversary. We should actually find out what day that is. But is this year 6, Cerny? Wow.
Is it? Yeah, I think so.
Fuck. 6 times 52 episodes. Holy shit. That's a lot of talking. And if you've been listening, God bless you, because you're probably the only one. But we appreciate it.
Spread it. Spread the word.
Yeah. Tell your friends about it. I was rustling, cleaning up the office a little bit. I found some stickers. So if you want a sticker, just shoot us an email. We'll just pop it in the mail for you.
There you go. Easy enough. No charge. Just ask for it and we'll send it over.
Yeah. And then we'll send you a Venmo bill for the stamp.
38 cents or whatever it is. 42 cents. I can't remember.
Well, that's a little bit of inside baseball for some of the Chip and Cern show fans with the bill after an event. I'm lucky I didn't receive a bill for the lack of a gift.
Oh, that's true. Gift going right. I averaged the prices of all the gifts. So the median price was like $34. So I will take that in cash.
And I noticed you had 4 slices of pizza, 2 Capri Suns, but carry the one. Looks like $83 is your total. All right. Yes. Well, boosters. They're coming up. Everyone has a booster approved now. As of today.
They do? Okay. I didn't see it. I didn't see that today. Okay.
They're offering it seems that they're going to approve a mix and match strategy if you wish to apply that.
Oh, okay.
What do you think you're going to do, Cern?
I'll stick with Moderna. That's what I had originally.
What did I have?
You had Pfizer.
Pfizer, that's right. I thought mix it up, get that, maybe get a little bit of a different cocktail sauce in there. But then I'm like, the Pfizer, it hasn't let me down so far, so why stray?
Yeah, Moderna has let me down, so okay. I was like, that's fine.
Maybe if I do that, and then I'll just take like a J&J in the other.
I was about to say that. Kept it too safe. Let's
just top me up 110%. It'll that probably would not
run around like you're immortal.
Yeah.
licking glasses and go and say
did you last comment, but did you see the conservative #NotSurprised talk show radio host who intentionally went around hugging and talking close with people in an indoor place to try to get COVID?
Oh no, I didn't see that. Did he get COVID?
He got it.
Oh,
he said, I was planning to do this in the last 2 weeks. I've been, shaking hands with people, hugging people, being really close to them inside. I guess he missed the 5 other articles about the other conservative talk show radio hosts who have died from COVID.
Yeah. There's
he said he was going to let his body's natural immunity take care of it. And I think he's in his 60s. So, your body's in tip top physical shape when you're in your 60s. We know that. We know.
There you go.
You can't get a fucking boner, but you sure as hell could be COVID. There you
go. That's a good point.
That's a good point. Well, that's why we're going to get jabbed up any which way we can. Continue wearing masks, social distance, all the stuff that the CDC recommends. People who know what they're doing and dedicate their life's work to such knowledge. As usual, though, clean dick, clean pussy. You know how it works.
The show's wrapping up when you get reminded of the clean.
I'll stop. I'll knock it off at one point, but that day is not today. And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.